And hello and good morning, everybody, and welcome to the show from this. I'm saying hello from this warm place, from this refreshed place. As many as if any of you have been reading on Facebook, we've had a wonderful weather, very interesting weather yesterday. There were big clouds forming all over the region. And we had a big storm in the evening, but not before all the power went out from the city. And I've had a very interesting experience with this power as I was driving through the city, and all the different blocks were coming out back to life. When I drove into the city, it was all dark, and then I saw the light come back. I've never actually seen that before, because it was like I was this queen and the whole city welcomed me. I'm sure it wasn't just for me, but that's how it felt like. And I just felt like a queen, and it's good to feel a queen or a king at times. And I wish that we would feel like that more often, because it is just such a great feeling. And then when I came home, the power went back on in my house, and so I had air conditioning, I had fan, because it would be very uncomfortable not to have those in this heat. And also we can go ahead with this show. So welcome everybody again. Here we are, all from all over the globe. So it is evening in some places, and it is morning and daytime, middle of the day in other places. And it is just so wonderful to be able to be doing this, to be able to be so connected, and to be able to have a peek and experience all these different kinds of realities that people are experiencing at the moment. Like, for example, we have a very hot weather here. And, in Europe, you're experiencing this beautiful fairy tale snow. And I love, and thank you everybody for posting the photos, because I just love looking at those photos. And I can feel myself, part of me being there. And so I would like to make an announcement in a few weeks' time, I think in about 3 weeks' time, and I will post a post on Facebook and on my website. I will be interviewed by Muriel and also Natalie. So I'm sure that you know both of those ladies. They do sort of post a lot. They write blogs. They do have a monthly webinar as well. Muriel has written a number of books. And she has worked with shamans before. She does a lot of healing, and I'm very excited to be interviewed by her and Natalie. So really looking forward to that one. And also, I would like to just, again, I see we've got some latecomers. Welcome everybody to the show. And so I would like to today talk a little bit about what is it like, what is the difference of how my life was before, and what it is like to live with this immense being in my life, this presence that is called Michael. As most of you know, my master self, my soul self, has given me the name, and a lot of you also come from the same family, from the family of Michael. And there is a very, very long tradition, and this family, this creator being called Michael, has been involved in the creation of Earth, has been involved in the creation of this universe from the beginning, from the very beginning, and very involved with all parts of this creation, and has a number, up to 1 million different counterparts walking on Earth at this time, and only a small percentage of these counterparts are actually aware that of their own eternal self, and most of them are not aware that they come from this grand being. So every counterpart has a choice, and every counterpart is given a choice over and over and over again to choose to connect with, to choose to go on this journey, to choose to become more aware, to choose to awaken, even though at times the human self wonders, was the awakening, where did awakening come from? Was it a choice by the human, or was it a choice by the soul? Basically, it comes from the soul, because the soul is sort of looking back. It is in slow motion experiencing what it was like to become aware, what it was like to experience all the different processes, what it was like to experience all the different stages of awakening and coming into the mastery and becoming the creator, a conscious and aware creator of their own reality, creator of the world's creator of being, and enjoying all of that in the process, even though to a human self it doesn't feel like she and he are enjoying their, their experiences always. But if we do look back, it has been just such a great journey, hasn't it? Even Alex sometimes looks back and she's quite amazed just how far she's come in such a short period of time, even having this show, because a few years ago she would just want to hang out with herself, hang out with her soul, go out bush, go out on drives, exploring, and would not even dream about sort of stepping out in front of the camera in this way. But now it's just part of life, and it is an enjoyable part of life. And we all of us, Alex, Mikhail, all of us enjoy connecting with you in this way. And we do feel you. We feel each and every one of you. We feel your presence, and we are so honored that you do take your time from your day, from your evening, and do connect with us in this way. Okay, so what are the big differences that make this journey that create, what are those things that are the biggest differences in everyday life, that show when the soul is present? The biggest change basically is change. So the biggest difference to a daily life is that the soul part, Mikhail, as most of you know already, is very dynamic, does not stand still, always likes the movement. And it's not the movement in a way of being busy. It's not the movement in a way of just doing things without taking the time to stop and enjoy, without taking the time to take the deep breath and come to yourself. It's a different kind of dynamic movement where it is a constant expansion, and everything just keeps on changing. And the human part has at times trouble with this, because as a human, we do like our own habits. It makes us feel safe. To keep doing the same thing. It makes us feel like we belong. It makes us feel the predictability of our reality makes us feel comforted, makes us feel peaceful. So when this dynamic presence comes into your life, it starts changing everything, and this change doesn't come from the place of not being satisfied. It is just coming from the place of wanting more joy, and it's wanting more experience, and it's wanting a deeper experience. And in words, it is difficult, challenging to describe this at times, because the experiences are not, you can't count them by numbers, but they are deeper, they are richer. You get more and more senses added to that experience. It is like the depth of the experiences just increases in all different directions, not only in the movement of time and space, meaning that an external event or there is a change in our external event, but what we have, it's a continual change in how we can perceive, how we can experience everything, how we feel just a number of different feelings that we have. Alex can go through a day, and all of a sudden she may experience a feeling that she doesn't even have a word for, that she's never experienced before. And sometimes things are actually not relating one to another. For example, there can be a beautiful scent, there can be a beautiful sound that she can hear, there can be a beautiful feeling or an experience that just comes out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you just stop and you just take that deep breath and you just experience and enjoy and immerse yourself in that beautiful, amazing experience. And this is what the day is like. So this part of the day, this part of newness is what the human self can really enjoy, and it is what helps the human self to open to more and more experience, to increase the trust, to let go of the doubt. But still the human part does have somewhat difficulties, more or less, with the constant change that this dynamic presence. It's not that it demands, it just initiates. It's just part of its nature that there is a constant change. As small things start to change, the human self becomes more and more trusting. The human self becomes more and more at ease with all of these kinds of changes. It comes to enjoy the change. It comes to also, Alex found to her surprise that she actually enjoys the change, that she's looking forward now to the different changes. She's looking forward to all of the different things that she will be experiencing, even though at times the actual change can still be stressful because the human self goes about still worrying about things at times, and how is this going to work out? How is that going to work out? When the change happens and it settles in, she's actually very happy with it, and then starts to look at how she can make that constant change easier, how she can make it quicker, how she can make it more graceful, because now that it is here, it is part of the life, this dynamic way of being, which sometimes it just means that even going to town via the same route doesn't work anymore. Sometimes it's the little changes that make the biggest difference in the day. Sometimes it just means that, oh well, let's go via this way. So in this way, the human can get used to and see that it is quite safe if you allow yourself just to maybe, even have a different brand of coffee, just to maybe even when you go into the shop, you just go with an open mind and say, okay, let's see what we're going to buy. Just be open to all these little changes, all these different things that you can do within a day to allow yourself to be comfortable with change, to allow yourself to get used to it, and also to allow yourself to just enjoy all the different gifts that this life wants to share with you, that this life wants to give you, that this life wants to experience with you. And so the human slowly gets excited about changes, sometimes more, sometimes less. And inevitably comes a time when you come to a place where all of the buttons get pressed, all of the fear gets pressed, all of the doubts sort of start coming out, the voices start sort of talking loudly, and sometimes the aspects do come out still and go for a run and start creating reality with you. When that happens, you will see, because all of a sudden you feel stressed in your life, things don't go smoothly, and you can know that, okay, maybe I just need to stop, take a deep breath, reconnect, go for a walk, and just allow all of the changes to happen. So when you do get stressed, when you do have a doubt, you now do have all the different techniques of what you need to do. And all you need to basically do is just to step into this new reality. So for example, say for example that you are changing your home. Say for example that you want to move to another area. So just open that channel up, step into that new place, step into what it feels like to be in that new place. Step into being that new you, step into having that open-ended future, step into the new, step into smelling new things. You know, sometimes it helps if you just reconnect with your own senses, and you imagine what the new would smell like, what the new would taste like, all of the different things that you will experience, all of the different things that you will see and feel in this new place. And that's how you allow the excitement to come in. That's how you open the doors for your own master self, for your own eternal self to come in and go through the change with you. And that's how you can make the change much, much, much smoother. At times, there comes a time when the human is actually very aware when he or she is making the decision to choose change, and she or he becomes very aware what that process is like when you decide, okay, the time for change has come. I have been enjoying what I've been doing, but now I want to experience something new. Now I want to experience something different. And all it takes is just making that decision, and just stepping into it. Normally the doubt, this is the time when the doubt would actually start talking to you, would start trying to seduce you into thinking that it won't happen, into thinking that no, I'm not the creator, into thinking that no, this is not going to work out, or wouldn't we rather just continue with the same old because at least we know that it works? What if the new doesn't work? What if we won't like it? What if the new is not going to suit us, and then we won't be able to go back into the old because it's going to be too late? So whatever the voice of doubt says to you, you do need to start just putting it aside. Basically, we are with the latest changes, with the way the energy has moved, with the way the solar eclipses have, with the changes that the solar and the lunar eclipses have brought forth, it is now very possible, and we are now in the time where this kind of stepping in and out of different timelines, stepping in and out of different choices, stepping in and out of doubt into a certainty, into your own mastery is very readily available, is very possible. And you just keep practicing. You keep practicing with little things, and you start practicing with big things. And you basically, when you hear the voice of the doubt, just say, no, it's not happening anymore, and just step into your own certainty, and you step into your mastery, and just take that next step that needs to be done. And if the voice of doubt keeps coming up, you just keep stepping into your certainty, you just keep stepping into your mastery. And then it's okay just to let it go, then just go and do something. Then just go and do something fun, just go and enjoy yourself. You don't have to constantly think about it. Once you've made a decision, you can just let it go. Because otherwise the mind will take over, and once you're in the mind, you're out of your own creative process. So it's maybe a good idea, if you're a painter, go and paint. If you like to go for a walk, go for a walk. Just distract your mind with other things, because all you need to do is make a decision and take those steps that are required. Because as soon as you do make a decision for a change to come into your life, for something to change, you will see that life now responds in a very, very quick way, and it will require of you to take those steps that are needed to make that change. So for example, let's say that you decided to move house. So as soon as you make that decision, something will happen that would ask you. For example, let's say you need to go to the bank to sort out your financial things, so that you can move. You do need to take those steps. You can't procrastinate with those things, because once you make a decision, now the energy will actually start moving very, very quickly. And if you don't take those steps, that momentum will be gone, and you will have to choose again. And then what happens is that in this way you will feed your doubt, instead of nourishing your creativity, nourishing your place of self-assurance, your place of mastery, because the momentum will have gone. So once you make a decision, just take those steps. That's all that is required. You just have to keep taking those little steps that will present yourself to you, because life does work with you on these things. Life wants to be dynamic with you. Life wants to dance with you. And this is the assurance that you can have every day. So first thing when you wake up, greet life, feel with life, dance with life, enjoy life. And life will dance with you. Life will enjoy you. Life will show you in so many different ways that you are loved, that you are wanted, that you are cared for, that life will want to dance with you, will take you by the hand, and will want to share with you its taste, its sweetness, its nectar, its joy of being, and its wildness. So it will dance with you when you are open, when you say yes to everything that is, when you say yes to opportunities that come, when you say yes and take a hold of the extended hand that your master self, your eternal self, that Michael is giving you. And here we are Michael, and we are Michaela, and here we are, we walk with you, and we talk with you, and we talk through you, and we feel with you, and we dance with you, and we love you, and we are exuberant with you, and we expand with you, and we grow with you, and we change with you, and we are so joyfully in love with you. And we are in such joy to be able to share this life with you, to be able to be in this physical body with you, to be able to experience the awakening with you, to be able to get to know you. We do enjoy getting to know every cell of you, every cell of your body, every cell of your being, every chamber, every hidden room that you are still keeping closed. We keep gently knocking on those rooms, and we keep gently opening the doors to all the different rooms that you have had closed. We keep opening the doors just little by little by little, and sometimes we just come in as a flood, and we flood you with our love, we flood you with our honor, and we flood you with our excitement of getting to know you, of tasting you, and of allowing you to get to know us, you, your counterpart. And we are here dancing together, and we explore this life together, and we learn about this life together, and we taste this life together. And we just keep on every day. We're looking forward to the day with you. If you only but allow us in, if you only but trust, if you only but do not keep giving allegiance to the doubts that you have, to the fears that you have. And we are so happy and we are so joyful to say that we are amazed at what you're doing. We are amazed at how you are no longer listening to the voice of the fear. You are no longer following the voice of the fear. You are no longer dancing its dance. You are no longer hiding in the dark corners. You're no longer hiding from your own divinity. You're not hiding from your own light. You're not hiding from your own shadow, because the shadow, it is a beautiful, dynamic, wild part of you. And we are so proud of you, and we are so in love with you, and we drink with you this cup of life, and we've been looking towards this day for such a long time, and now it is here, and now we're experiencing life with you, through you, and we hold your hand and you hold our hand, and we rejoice in every day. We rejoice in you. We rejoice in what you see. We rejoice in what you hear. We rejoice in what you feel. And if you can just taste and feel our feelings of honor for you, and just take a deep breath and feel us hugging you, feel us traveling with you, taking you to all the different dimensions, showing you our world, showing you who we are also. We are you, you are us. Feel that, allow that immenseness, that presence of being to wash over you, to guide you, to touch you, to be you, to breathe with you. And every day, remember, come to this place, come to this safe place. When so many things are happening in your world and everybody is demanding your attention, and everybody wants a part of you, everybody wants a part of your radiance, and just come to this place and reconnect and feel us and allow us, and allow your own divine self, allow your own eternal self to be with you. And that changes the whole day, that changes all of the perspective, that creates a safe space for you in this world where a lot of things are happening, because as you know, humanity is going through a lot of changes. Humanity is in many ways resisting those changes. So a lot of they will be experiencing and are experiencing a lot of very fearful things, a lot of stressful things, and as things continue to come to light, they are not finding their safe spaces in places where they used to find, and they are going, into the safety of that medication, the temporary safety that medication provides. They are using TV and AIs and the computers and the games to try and find safety. They're sort of looking around for safety, and yet the only safety, as you know, is found in your eternal self. And each and every human being is given the chance, and each and every human being does have their own eternal self counterpart who is knocking, and yet a lot of them are saying no, unfortunately, because a few decades ago, none of us knew where it all will go. None of us knew how this will develop, and we still don't know how all of this will develop or what choices the humanities are making. So we're not making any predictions. We're just reading the energies which can change at any given moment. So and we are quite excited about that, because none of us do want to know what the future holds, because that would be quite a little bit boring, wouldn't it? So but at the moment, the energy of humanity does look a little bit stressed, does look resistant to change, does look resistant to allowing the divinity in. So there will be some more interesting times, and through all of these interesting times, You know what to do. So take those deep breaths, connect with your divinity, ensure that your safe space is you, that it is such a habit, that it becomes such a habit for you to live in that space, that you don't have to think about it, you don't have to constantly remind yourself to go there, that you are this safe space, that you are your own divine self merged with your human self, that you walk as a master in your own space of enablement, in your own space of mastery. And this is how you will navigate this reality with ease and with grace and with a lot of excitement, because for a lot of you, this is your last lifetime. So remember to enjoy. Remember to enjoy everything. Remember to enjoy the feel, the touch of the wind on your skin. Remember to enjoy your body. Take time to love your body. Take time for your body to show you just all of the different joys that it can give you, all of the tastes, all of the sensations. Because the body, just like you, is very excited. It had to resolve quite a lot of challenging things, and it is still resolving those things, and it still can feel all the different energies, and it can feel all the stuck energies very acutely, especially if you do, for example, go amongst the people and you feel their stuckness and you feel their unresolved issues. Your body at times can take those on, and you have to keep reminding it to have joy, to be in joy, to enjoy this experience of life, to let go of all of the energies that don't serve, to let go of all of the energies that are not you, to let go of the fear and the doubts that are not you, but they are all around you, and they do also move through you. But just remember to dance with your body, to enjoy your body, and to bless your body, because it is your last lifetime, and there's just so much joy. There is just so many things that you can remember to enjoy, to taste, to experience during the day. And today we felt like we didn't want to do any serious work today. We just wanted to simply love you. We just wanted to be with you. We just wanted to dance with you, because there is so much seriousness in your world. And Alex was preparing all these different points and things as to what we have to talk about. But we just want to dance with you. We just want to hug you. So if you will, just close your eyes. And let's take a few deep breaths together. And let's just feel each other. Let's just remember the joy. Let us remember to dance. Let us remember to love. First of all, before everything else, let us remember just to love ourselves, just to wash ourselves with this feeling of love, with this feeling of indulgence, with this feeling of opening of space, permeating each and every cell of our body, permeating our reality. Let us ground this self-love. Let us touch. Let the self-love just drip from our feet as our feet touch the ground. Let the self-love just drip from our hands and touch everything that our hands touch. Let this self-love radiate through our eyes, so everything that we touch that our eyes touch, let us allow the self-love to just joyfully dance through that view, dance through our eyes. Let us allow this self-love to touch everything that us, the sound that we make touches. Let it come through our voice. Let it permeate this reality. Every cell of our body, every atom, every being, let them all be touched by our self-love. Let us be so in love with ourselves that nobody that sees us, that is touched by us, can resist this, so that we can assist them to feel it. But mainly, we're just doing it because we love ourselves. We're just loving ourselves, not to change anything, not to change the world, just because we can, just because we are so joyful and we want to share this joy and we want to share this freedom. And we want to share this with the rest of our world and just feel this exhilaration of life. And imagine what it would be like, what it is like to be in this space every day, to be in this space every hour of the day. And you can be. And this is how you walk as a master. This is how you walk in joy. This is how you walk in being you, all of you, the many of you that you are, the human, the divine, the master, the soul. And this is all that is needed. All the words, they can be a distraction. It is this feeling of self-love, this feeling of exuberance, this feeling of joy. This, remember every day, remember in the morning that this is the most important thing. This is the only thing really that you have to remember, to feel this joy, to feel this self-love, to feel it wash with you, to feel it wash through you, to feel it dance with you, to feel all these openings, to feel yourself unbound and free, and traveling all these different dimensions, these different spaces, these different rooms of being, dancing and free and joyful. And in this way, all of your worries, all of your little things, all of the little things of the day do fall away, because you step into this overview of life. You step into the view of life, the way the soul, you're looking at life, the way the soul perceives life. You're looking and experience life through your soul. And this soul of yours, this eternal self of yours, is so joyful to share this perspective with you, the human self. And the soul self is so joyful to share this view, to enhance your everyday world, to enhance your Monday things, to enhance your everyday activities, to enhance everything that you do, to give you the perspectives of what it is like to have always been, what it is like to always be, and what it is like to be here right now with no fear, but in fullness of knowing of who you are, in fullness of feeling of who you are, in fullness of just being moment by moment, and being more and more and more moment by moment, and experiencing yourself and loving yourself more and more, moment by the sweetest moment. And the nectar of you keeps blessing this world, and the nectar, the sweet nectar of your being, keeps enhancing this world, keeps expanding this world, keeps bringing all the potentials into this world. And it keeps everything you touch, everything you see, everything you smell, Everything you taste is enhanced by your presence, is enhanced by your allowance of this dance between the human self and between your eternal self. And feel and dance and enjoy this ecstasy of being. Enjoy this expanded space, enjoy this expanded place, and dance and ask for more and allow more and more and more, and give yourself permission to be like this, to walk in your world like this, in this space, in this expanded space, in this self-loving space, step by step by step. And nothing, no craziness that happens in this world of yours will touch you when you are in this space. You can do everything, you can be everything in this space. And you invoke in this space the love, the knowledge, the wisdom of all of you, of all that has been and is and will be. And you have access to all of the wisdom that your master self has. You have access to all of the wisdom that your internal self has. And you make this wisdom available to everyone, to every living thing that is here. And you illuminate their potentials and you illuminate their world. And you don't even need to speak with them. You can just walk by them. You can exchange the glances. Sometimes they don't even need to know that you're there. You know, your presence, they don't need to know where this light is coming from. They don't need to know where this expandedness is coming from. It is just that all of a sudden, it is like someone switched the light in them, and their potentials get illuminated and their options get illuminated, and all of a sudden they see a path where there was none before. They see a solution where there was none before. And not that you're doing it from this place of wanting to change anybody, because you are just selfishly doing it for yourself. You are just so in love with yourself that you dance, that you refuse to be dragged into the mire of darkness, to be dragged into the mire of problems, to be dragged into limitations and the old way of being. You just refuse that. You're so selfish that you say yes to the expansion. You are so selfish that you say yes to your self-love, and you say yes, and you say yes, and you say yes over and over and over again. And this is how you walk, and this is how you dance, and this is how you be. And we are in joy, in this joy and in love with you. And we dance with you and we walk with you. And remember every day as you walk through this world of yours, as you walk through all of the things that the humans around you are creating, it is not yours and it does not touch you. It just flows through you. And you just keep choosing the self-love, you keep choosing to be rejoicing, you keep choosing to drink life in, you keep choosing to allow life in, and you keep choosing to be you, to dance with you, to be all that you can be, and you keep choosing freedom, and you keep choosing love, and you keep choosing more and more love, and you take those steps. And you take those steps that are needed to go there, and you take those steps that are needed not to go anywhere, but take those steps that are needed in your physical world to allow you to expand, to help you to expand, to help you to change, to help you to move, to help you to be. Oh, and how we love you. And we cannot say this. We would say this, we would sing this over and over, and we do sing how we love you, how we are in love with you, how we love dancing with you, how we love hugging with you, how we love expanding with you. And we wanted today to very much share this with you, just to remind you that you are this, that you can be in this space at any time. All you need to do is choose and step into this space and create from this space. Create from this space of being expanded. Create from this space of being all that you can be. Create from this space of a dynamic change. Create from this space of uncompromised self-love. Create from this space of uncompromising joy and courage. And now I think it is time to see your questions. And we very much enjoyed this dance with you today. And we just like to be like this and feel so intensely alive. And feel everything there is to feel, all the different dimensions, all the different points of view. And just to look at you, and just to feel you, and just to rejoice with you. It is our greatest joy, it is our greatest honor to be like this. And it is our greatest, and it is our greatest thanks to you, to allowing us to be like this, to be in this space, to have created this space, this safe space where we can dance like this, where we have the safety, where we feel the safety, to allow ourselves to be like this, to feel life with all the exuberance that it can give us. Okay, so we bring Alex a bit closer so she can read your questions. We'll see if we have any questions. Ooh, that was a nice trip. Okay, so we're still waiting for some questions. So this is what it means to be multidimensional. And as you are becoming so proficient with all of this, you can jump this kind of timelines. You can jump in all of these different rooms, in all of these different parts of you. And as you are experiencing them as a human being, you do make them real. You ground them into this earth. You bring them into this reality. You bring all these energies that cleanse, that move, that create new worlds. And all you have to do is just to remember that they exist, and to remember to feel them, because as you feel them and as you allow them to go through you, to go through your body, to go through your etheric body, to go through your energy body, you make them real, you make them physical, you create them, you co-create them, and you keep changing your own world, you keep bringing the new into the old, you keep shattering is probably not the right word, because we are doing this in a very, very gentle way. We are melting the old. We are blowing away the old. We are not shattering even, because we are in this place where everything is just gentle, where everything is just so expanded, where no pushing is needed. It's just simple allowance, deep breath, and just the expanded way of being. Okay, I think we might have a question. Yep. Okay. Thank you for talking about doubt. It is so timely for me. I at times doubt that any of what I believe and experience is true. How do you verify the validity that what you experience is genuine. Okay, so have some coffee. Okay, so how do you doubt? Okay, doubt is normally when we are experiencing something new, when we go into the new, doubt normally starts becoming very loud. And as you know, it has a very strong voice and it has a very long history with your human self. So it is very easy for the human self to go there. It's very easy to go in on its path. So the only way to really deal with that in this new energy is just to step out of it, because doubt has no resolution. As most of the old energy, all of the old energy issues, all of the old energy things basically are just spinning. They go round and round and round. The old energy, the attribute of old energy is that it is not a spiral. So it moves in the same circle over and over again. And the same with doubt. If you do notice what it says, it will keep repeating the same old thing. So you can travel with the energy of doubt, and you will see, you will have the same markers, you will walk the same path over and over and over again. It doesn't give you any solutions because there are no solutions in that closed circle. It just goes round and round and round. And this is how you know when you are in doubt, or where you are in your new self, in your new options, is when there are new ideas, new potentials, new things that you haven't experienced before that start happening, that you start feeling, that start happening for you outside, in your physical world. And all you need to do is basically to step from the closed circle of doubt into the new. Now the new, it is very fine, it is very gentle, it is not pushing, it is not imposing, it is not overbearing. So at first the human self thinks, like you said, that you sometimes don't think it is real. But as you be in this way, in a new way, in this expanded space, as you keep stepping into this, you will experience physical changes. Things do start happening in your physical life. Little things change at first, and then the big things. And this is what will give your human self and your mind, it will give the evidence, the confirmation, the practical, let's say the practical view of things, the practicality of it, is when daily things start, when things start changing in your day. And as you accumulate all these practical changes, as you accumulate the experiences that things are moving, that things are changing, then your human self won't believe the doubt as much as it did before. At times, still things start happening that are hard to accept that they are real, because you as a human self are used to thinking of yourself as a small being, as a victim of circumstances, as someone that things happen to you, like things happen on the outside and you just basically react to it, you respond to it, you have nothing to do with it except for when you respond. But from your soul perspective, you are the creator of your own reality. You are the creator of your own world. So you are the one deciding. You are the one putting in motion. You are the one who makes things happen. And at times, of course, from a human perspective, it is difficult to believe that. It is difficult to accept that as real, especially when some magical, what you would call magical things happen, like exceptional things starting to happen, and you think, no, this is just a coincidence. This is not something that I have created, or this is not real. I'm just imagining things. And those things, just learn to put aside. When you get those thoughts, just allow them to be, but put them aside. Don't believe them. That is how you You step into the new, because you just don't listen to the old anymore. You don't listen to it. You just imagine and you just believe that that is real. As you become familiar with the finer spaces, as you become familiar with all the finer movements of energy, you will start noticing how you're creating. You will start noticing the effect that where the effect that the space that you're in, the feelings that space that you're in has, that effect that it has on your reality, that effect that it has on your day, and the changes and what you experience in the day. You will start becoming very aware, and you will start noticing them more and more, and it will give your human a constant confirmation that this is real, that it is happening, that what you are believing is true, that the new is true. Will you just keep going, dear one, with this, where you're going? You are exactly where you're supposed to be with this. You are experiencing, you are giving yourself the experiences, the new experiences every day. So just sometimes it also helps to remind yourself to look back, just for the sake of just to see how far you've come. And this is your proof that this is working. And every time you feel the doubt, just don't listen to it, ignore it. It is there, it's in the background. Just step out and go back to what you were doing. And if it helps, do something lovely for yourself. Go for a walk, take a shower, beautiful shower, have a bath, or just, lightly touch yourself, or sit down, take a few deep breaths. And that's how you learn just to forget to ignore the voices of doubt, because these voices will be in the background. And especially if you do go out among people, you will feel the voice. You will feel the voice of fear. It's not even just that you will hear it, but you will actually feel it. You will feel all these energies of fear, of doubt, of belittling yourself. You will feel all these energies so acutely. And just remember, they are not yours. And remember to feel the finer things of life. And you just keep feeling them, and you keep feeling them, and you will have more and more and more confirmations in your everyday life that this is true. And even if you don't even have to think in these terms of whether something is true or not. All you have to do is to remember to love yourself, and to remember to live out of that safe space, and to remember to breathe that, to be that, to allow that, and to live that. Thank you, dear one, and we hug you right back. Okay. Okay, all right. I find it hard to relate to people, more and more so. I do feel lonely at times, and I wonder if I will ever find a partner to share my life with. Okay, so this is the question that a lot of people in your position, a lot of people in the space that you're in wonder. Now, taking time for yourself, taking time to be with yourself, of course, it is imperative, and it is part of being in this new way. And this will never go away. Even if you do find a partner, and it can be the most loving new energy partnership, each of you do require and do need, and enjoy the time for yourself, the time to be with yourself, the time where the human and your soul self, your eternal self, can dance, can reconnect, can communicate, can talk, can hug. And it becomes enjoyable this time. It can at times feel lonely, but if you do really feel into this loneliness, allow it just to be, as an emotion that it is, and don't fight with it, don't argue with it. You can listen to its voice and what it says, and you will often find that this loneliness really is not yours anymore. You will find that this loneliness, the feeling of loneliness, is just a habit, and it's also something that other people also carry with them. So it may not even be yours anymore, because you, in the connection that you as a human have, with you as a soul. It is way beyond the loneliness. You are, if you allow yourself to feel, to acknowledge where you are, you will know, you will notice that you are not in space of loneliness anymore. You are in space where that space is so expansive, and you're in space of contradiction in some ways, because that space is so expansive, so vast. It spans over the universe as it spans over the centuries, and yet is so filled. It is filled to the brim with nectar of life. It is filled to the brim with experiences. It is filled with us, and we are not lonely. We don't ever feel lonely. We just feel, we are, we be, and feel that space. And in that this space, loneliness does not exist. So do not listen to its voice anymore, dear one. It is not yours. You can step out of it. You are not obligated to feel it. You're not obligated to dance with it. Just let it be. Let it be. Let it be with who it is. It is dancing with now. But that, my dear friend, it is not you anymore. And the right person, even the physical, even the time will come when, if you so choose, even within your physical world, another will come who will want to dance with you in this new space, in this new way, in the freedom, in the sovereign space of being, in the spaces of self-love, where you do not depend on each other in the old ways, but you dance and you rejoice and you enjoy just being together. And that time also will come, dear one. Thank you for your question. Okay, let's have a look. Another question. Okay. In the last show, you talked about the human male and the divine male. And I can distinguish between them, and thank you for pointing this out. I was so excited the first time I noticed divine male. I was so used to living from the wounded human masculine. We are definitely changing. Yes, dear one, and thank you for sharing that with us. You have opened yourself up. You have become so aware of all the different parts that you have. And we rejoice with you that you have chosen to dance with your human male, and that you have chosen to dance with your divine male. And we share this joy with you, dear one, and you continue to share your dance with us in this way. Okay, we've got another question. Okay, so okay, so I think something. All right, what have we done here? No question at the moment. Wanted to say, oops, sorry. No question at the moment. Wanted to say thanks, and how your flowers have grown. Thank you very much. And we say thank you to you as well, dear beloved friend. And we wish that all the flowers in your world also grow. We have enjoyed our flowers. We have enjoyed playing with them. We enjoy, and Alex enjoys so much picking the flowers, picking the colors at the market, putting them together. It is just one of those parts of life, one of the parts of this show that is very, very enjoyable. And we're glad, and she is glad, that you are also enjoying the results of our work here and the results of our play here. And unless we have another question, just one sec. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, I think we have done all the questions. Yep. All right. So I think we will leave us with this, and we continue to dance with you, and we continue to be with you, and we continue to expand with you. And we thank you for sharing this joy with us today. And we thank you for sharing this life with us. And we thank you for allowing us in. And we thank you for allowing your own divine counterparts in. And we wish you all the most wondrous day today. And we hug you and we bless you and we love you. Thank you very much.